I hated my son's fiancée refet until the day she stood up to me. Now I understand why he chose her when my son brought home his fiancée refet last Christmas. I immediately decided she wasn't right for him. Alicia was beautiful, yes, but she barely spoke during dinner, kept checking her phone, and seemed completely uninterested in our family traditions. She's just shy, my son David insisted when I questioned him later, but I'd raised 3 children paired. I knew the difference between shy and disinterested. For 6 months I tried to connect with her. I invited her to lunch. She was always busy with work. I suggested shopping for wedding dresses. She already had one picked out. I offered family recipes. She was gluten-free and dairy-free. Every rejection felt deliberate. Every time she declined, my son would defend her. Mom, she's under a lot of pressure at work, or she's just independent like you. But I wasn't like her. I had built my life around family. My son deserved someone who would put family first. The breaking point came during our annual 4th of July barbecue. 4 generations of our family gathered in my backyard, a tradition for 30 years. Alicia arrived 2 hours late, barely greeted anyone, and then spent most of her time sitting alone under a tree. When David wasn't looking, I approached her. If you can't even pretend to care about the people my son loves, perhaps you should reconsider whether you belong in this family, I said quietly. I expected tears or stammered excuses. Instead, she stood up and looked me directly in the eyes. Mrs. Wilson, she said, her voice steady. I have severe social anxiety. Large gatherings are physically painful for me, but I am here because I love your son, and I am trying. I've been in therapy for months preparing for this wedding. She took a breath. I know you think I am checking my phone because I am bored, but I am actually using an anxiety management app my therapist recommended. I decline lunch because one-on-one with you terrifies me. You've clearly decided who I am without knowing me. I stood frozen as she continued. I didn't want David to tell you because I didn't want to be treated differently, but I am here, I am trying, and I will always fight for your son's happiness, even when it's hard for me. Even when his mother makes it harder. She walked away, leaving me stunned. Later I watched as she took deep breaths before approaching my elderly mother, kneeling beside her wheelchair and engaging in conversation for nearly an hour. That night I found a handwritten note slipped under my bedroom door. I am sorry for being direct today. David speaks so highly of you and your approval means everything to him. I hope we can start over. I may never be the daughter-in-law who calls daily or hosts perfect dinner parties, but I promise I will love your son completely, and I hope someday that will be enough for you. Minus Alicia. The next morning I called her parent, not David parent, and asked if she would meet me for coffee. When she arrived, her hands were shaking, but she came anyway. Tell me about your anxiety, I said, and then tell me about the woman my son fell in love with. I'd like to meet her properly. 2 weeks ago, Alicia called me directly for the first time. David's working late and I am practicing being in public spaces. Would you want to get dinner? Just us. I know now that each time she shows up, she's climbing a mountain I can't see, and that kind of strength is exactly what my son needs beside him for life.